Welcome to OSIKANI TV once again. Today I'm here with Mr. Gary R. Smith, yes, one of the top journalists in Ghana, and we are going to speak a little bit about the game between Ghana and Sudan. Boss, what are your expectations as a fan or as a journalist ahead of the game?
Expectations, win.
Win.
Yeah, they should win.
Okay, so how do you want to see the Black Stars approach the game?
With the winning mentality. I mean, that's what many of you have been complaining about, right? That they've not been apparently showing enough commitment. So I don't think people are just interested in the score. They want to see some fire, desire, and some passion in the way they play. So I think these are the key things listening to people want to see on Thursday.
So far, Black Stars, we have just a point after 2 matches in the AFCON qualifiers. This game, many have actually tagged it as a must-win game. How do you honestly see this game, especially playing against former coach for Ghana, that is Coach Kwesi Appiah?
Well, yeah, I think it's just as I've said, I don't think there's any expectation, and there shouldn't be any expectation from the team than a win, because if they lose this game, I mean, we are pretty finished, so they have to win. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else to say apart from they have to win.
Okay.
Whether it's Kwesi Appiah, they have to win. If it's a 95th minute goal, they have to win.
So let's talk a little bit about Coach Otoado, his second coming. How has it been for you?
Mixed. I've always said that he needs time. You can clearly see what he wants to do, and I think that's why people are blaming the players sometimes about the lack of, because if it were purely his fault, you would have gotten that vibe or that feedback. I think we would love the players to show a bit more, the tactics. We can see from the back what he wants to do, but we need a human beings to actually help him to get there. So I'm not in a hurry to get him sacked. I'm tired of those. So if I were in charge, I'd give him a bit of time and let him ensure that he gets the job done. Yeah.
So one thing Ghanaians have been complaining about is the team cohesion, the way we approach games, the way we're able to contain possession and also attack. Do you see the team having a good cohesion, and do you think that we so far have a good team that can actually compete that much?
Yeah, we do have a good team. We've always had a good team from the last AFCON. It's been clear. And we just need to get the basics right, I mean, this team is capable of beating Sudan. I mean, I'm not even going to mince words. You see what they do in Europe every week?
Sure.
Exactly. There's absolutely no reason why you should maybe beating Sudan. But it all has to come together and we'll be fine.
Okay, so finally, your prediction?
Win.
Win.
Just a win.
Okay, thank you for speaking with us. Welcome to OSIKANI TV on YouTube once again. Yeah, so let's talk about Ghana versus Sudan. As a journalist, what are your expectations?
I think as a journalist, my neutral position, from a neutral perspective, I think it's going to be a very difficult game. You look at how Sudan is playing in the World Cup qualifiers and even the African Cup qualifiers. You look at their quality. These are players that have stuck together for quite a very long time. And you also watch how the country is in a bit of trouble. The players want to play for the country. There's a certain internal motivation from the players. And the coach is also doing a bit of magic. Coach Kwesi Appiah knows how to put this young talent together. They understand the coach, and the fact that they've also trained together for a while, I mean, they are ready to cause upset against any team on the continent. And I think that the Black Stars are in for a very difficult game, to be sincere.
Yeah, so being sincere, so far Black Stars, we have a point in our group. How do you see our chances?
Well, as a Ghanaian, let me put the Ghanaian spectacle on. As a Ghanaian, I don't want to believe that Sudan is going to beat us here at our own backyard. Look, it's a difficult period for us. A lot of stuff are happening within the Black Stars. Look, we've got quality of stars, but they are not playing as a team. And we've got to be very frank with that. But I want to believe that the Ghanaian factor, the fans coming to the stadium, they themselves as players, what they've gone through after losing out to Angola, should give them a clue of what Ghanaians expect from them.
So looking at the team, you could say that sometimes we have problem with cohesion, or let me say understanding among the players on the pitch. What do you think Otoado should do differently this time around, especially in this game that we've actually tagged this as a must-win game?
Well, I think that you show them clips of previous games, right from maybe the 1990s all the way to the 2010 World Cup, 2006 World Cup qualifiers. You should show them how some of the players in the past, Stephen Appiah, Lai Kingston, John Pencil himself, he even Otuado, how they decide to fight for the nation on the field. Even when we are 4 goals down, how they fight. And everybody in the country says that yes, the guys played, but it's unfortunate we lost. We want to see that passing from them. I've always had a very stern opinion. Look, I said that nothing is wrong with the Black Stars. What is missing is patriotism and passion. Once we can inject that back into the Black Stars, we'll see a team that is ready to win games.
So finally, if you are pushed to the wall to predict, what will be your prediction for this game?
Well, let me just do 2-0 for Ghana, because I want to celebrate during commentary. So 2-0.
That means it's going to be that easy.
It's not going to be easy, but I want to believe first goal in the first half, second goal in the second half, but I don't know who's going to score.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Who did they say?
Edmond Kujasari.
Yes, Edmond. Ghana Sudan. Game, what are expectations? Who game they saying?
Ghana Sudan expectation I mean to Ghana be winning also on Bebre, because first you bought Ghana dia Obia Suru, but this time fear factor no any hot to say first and it's like first rainy there, most of the players are not here. They are not in full house and they are not here, but I know say by Ntwakosi Ochina there, all the players will be available and the coach will decide who to start and not who to start.
Okay, so I'm talking about the Black Stars team. So far, you're 1 point after 2 matches for the AFCON qualifiers. Then now, Jane said match we against Kwesi Appiah. It's just a different a bit winning match.
I say different because Kwesi Appiah Oba World Cup qualifying crown other first. In a qualifier so I'm saying also no other first. So all we have to do, we should go for a win. Because young fan is saying okay fine, Kwesi Appiah ya DNT, you be consider no. Because consider be how consider Nipana or no kwasa beden ebe kawashi aminim.
And do you think so yemo ebe consider no no so consider in a way?
Because when you say this time send adena you know. So what must say ebia. So what must say ebia e ya obi woni mu or be punish here. It depends on the players for them to showcase that now this point is very important for us. So we have to go all out.
And the players been out here him some be yom on the day.
Oh, you know, Obian himself, yeah, Bobo Marchina, Obiani da Kudusu. So. Okay. And apart from Kudusu, so some good players be or her. Almost shake your su, so that might say, but it's like this time man kasa yedi near at to Kudusu, so say, oh no baby, and also Nipa Nakasa, Nipa back, on me carry team, no, only na betisu, because in any team, there are playmaker. Say playmaker name who so then the team is what totally down.
Okay.
And it's like, Omo Makano so. Almost because the team is not a bad team, but 1 or 2 things be except players near they count. Okay. Now they normally lift on the game.
All right. Yeah. Because a predator saying.
Oh, to be frank, Ghana baby need 2-0. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's it.
Maybe that's it.
And Benghazi TV, like yourself, OSIKANI TV.
So guys, you can check him on YouTube, Benghazi TV. Go there and subscribe to the channel. He's doing some amazing stuff in the game. Okay, so let's look at Ghana, Sudan. What are your expectations?
Tough game for the Black Stars against Sudan on Thursday for 2 reasons. First one is that the Stars currently are struggling in the qualifiers, losing to Angola, drawing with Niger, bad results. Coupled with that is the man on the bench for Sudan, Appiah. Now Sudan are doing very well, even the qualifiers for the World Cup. They did the group that has got Senegal in there. So these 2 reasons are the reasons why this game against Sudan is that tough for the Black Stars. Let nobody kid themselves that this game is going to be a walk in the park for the team. They will struggle really on Thursday against Sudan here. But what I believe is that if you look at the players, we still have got a quality over the Sudanese team. It's the reason why I have some level of confidence for this game against Sudan. So notwithstanding Kwesi Appiah being the man who knows the Ghana national team so well, that Sudan are doing very well, that Ghana is struggling. With the players we have, all it takes is what I call the application on their part, the commitment on their part, showing some passion in the 90 minutes. That for me will be the difference. It's the reason why I feel if the players get that right and show that commitment, there's no reason why I can't see our Black Stars win here on Thursday against Sudan. Yes, it will not be easy. No football game is easy anyway. Once they apply themselves, I think they can get a decent result. that will see us pick all 3 points. But like I keep saying, the key point for me is the players applying themselves, showing some commitment and passion in the 90 minutes. That's the only way we can defeat Sudan here on Thursday.
In fact, you've touched on almost everything. Now, let's look at the threat of Coach Kesiapia. He's coached the Black Stars team twice, took us to the World Cup, did a whole lot of stuff. How do you see his strengths? Is it that great?
It is great. I mean, if anybody underrates Kesiapia, they could be laughing at the wrong side of their mouth. Kesiapia, he knows his metal. He knows what he's about. And for a man who has been in the Black Stars, with the Black Stars for a combined, I think 6, 7, or 8 years, that alone should tell you this is someone who knows the national team of Ghana very, very well.
And he was also a player.
Absolutely. It's the reason why you do not want to underrate him and the Sudan team, especially in a period when our Black Stars is not high flying. It's the reason why it's that difficult for us. We are not high flying, which means our confidence level is not that high. So all these things are very, very key. For me, I think that Kesiapia is a cute threat. Let nobody kid themselves. But that notwithstanding, Otuado knows what he's about. If you put these two gentlemen on a scratch, I'm sure Kesiapia will keep him to it on the experience bit. Okay. But also knows what he's about as well. Okay. The players, for me, is where my issues really lie. It's about applying themselves. I always say that for me, playing for a national team is not so much about coaching. Yeah. Because, I mean, top it, maximum 2-3 days. Play with the national team and you're playing. So when I talk on the coach pass on, it's about formation and perhaps tactics. Okay. But on the show, it's about the players applying themselves, committing themselves to want to play for a nation. It's what wins football games for national team. So for me, that is what we need to see now with our Black Stars team. For some time now, it's a missing. Only a few players show that when they are in action playing for Ghana. But the entire team, you don't see that from a lot of the players. So I want to see a majority of these boys on Thursday show that today there cannot be any excuse on Thursday of the pitch being poor. Kumasi, the pitch was terrible. We all saw it, and it was terrible. But from what we've seen so far here in Accra, at least it looks good on the eye. So that cannot be an excuse on Thursday. So for me, let the players come out, play, and notwithstanding the threat of Kesiapia, I think the Black Stars team can win the game on Thursday.
Thank you. Finally, how do you want the Black Stars team to approach the game? Even though you've spoken about the players applying themselves that much, because you know they have the quality. What Phillips is doing, what Semenyo is doing, what almost all the players are doing. How do you want them to approach the game on Thursday? And also, if you are put to the wall, what to do tonight?
Like you said, I mean, these are players who are all in brilliant form. Scoring week in, week out, you know, our front men, Kudu scored over the weekend, Semenyo scored the previous week, Inaki keeps on hitting the back of the net for fun. Several other players are in good form for their club. So the question again is, how and why do they look different when they play for the Black Stars in Ghana? That's the point. So it's about applying themselves. So once they're able to do that, approach for me should be holistic. Sudan will know how they play their football. Sudan want to have the ball. That's how they play their football. They hold on to the ball, pass the ball around. The only problem they have is they don't have clinical finishes. But that does not mean make mistakes and they won't punish you. They will punish you. So they may want to have the ball a lot more. We shouldn't be too worried about they having the ball. Okay. But we must have a plan. When they lose the ball and they are not in the right shape, how do we take advantage of that to punish them? We have got speedsters in our team. Semenyo, Kudus, Inaki on the ball are very swift. Jordan as well can help with doing that. So we need to devise a means where we can take advantage of their weaknesses, while also ensuring that our weaknesses are also covered and it's not exploited by the Sudanese team on Thursday. That for me should be the approach. But you should look out to ensure that we score goals. We scored a goal against Niger, ended up drawing the game. We need to ensure that we score more than a goal in this game to ensure we get all the 3 points. That should be the approach. I think that if the players apply themselves on Thursday and all goes well for Ghana, a 2-0 or a 3-1 win is what I really anticipate for Ghana. 2-0 or 3-1 for Ghana.
Thank you for speaking.
Grateful, Osika. Thank you.